Hello students, Cormac Allen here. You're all welcome back to college. Hopefully the ongoing opening up after COVID will continue and you'll get to enjoy seeing one another regularly in Linen Hall over the coming weeks and months. As you all know, I am Assistant Head of School at the Dublin School of Architecture and Programme Chair of the TU831 BSc Hons in Architectural Technology. Congratulations on your success in passing all your modules. I look forward to meeting you all in person on campus in the coming weeks. This presentation is designed to give you an overview of the resources available to you over the coming year. Some of it will be familiar, but it's useful to recap anyway. I hope you find it useful. Everything you need can be accessed online, including on the TU Dublin website, the Dublin School of Architecture website, the DSA Sharepoint Hub and Student Handbook, and on the various Brightspace modules which you can now enrol on. Before I speak about what lies ahead in the coming year, I would like to mention the sad passing of our friend and colleague Kathy Prunty. The incoming second years did not meet Kathy, but returning third and fourth year students would have known her very well. She did extraordinary work in the Dublin School of Architecture over many years, and most recently in doing the very difficult job of organising placement for last year's third years. Kathy was very much a leader in her discipline and was very prominent in the RAI, where she constantly raised issues relevant to architectural technologists. As a person, she was exceptionally kind and had a great sense of humour. She is a great loss to the school and the profession. We will all miss her terribly. If any of you are affected by the news of Kathy's passing, you should feel free to contact our chaplain Alan Hilliard for a chat. We have made some changes to staffing on the programme for 2021 to 22. This is the core full-time architectural technology lecturing team. Maura Crean has retired and Noel Brady has moved to become Programme Chair of the Bachelor of Architecture programme. This has provided the opportunity to appoint some new part-time lecturers who will join each studio team for the coming year. Kirk McCormick remains year head in first year, but he will still have an input into fourth year as the module coordinator for technical research. Malachy Matthews, now Dr. Malachy, will be year head in second year, where he will be joined in technical design studio by Olivia Golden, Pierce Fahey, Conor McGowan and Tony Hayes for services. Architectural Technology graduate Shane Carney will deliver the Semester 1 BIM module and will have input into studio also. Jim Roach will continue as year head in third year, where he'll be joined in the technical design studio by Tony Hayes and Conor McGowan. Architectural Technology graduates Adam Campbell and Sarah McLaughlin will join the third year studio team, while a new part-time lecturer, Jonathan Reinhardt, will support Malachy in delivering collaborative BIM. David Knight will continue as year head in fourth year, where he will be joined in technical design studio by Tim O'Leary, Darren Bergen and Conor McGowan. Architectural Technology graduate David Lamon will work with David Knight and Malachy Matthews to deliver the BIM element of TDS. Kirk McCormick will deliver the technical research module, while Dave Palmer and Darren Bergen will deliver the professional studies module. Further details, including links to staff web pages, are included on the Year Team section of the Student Handbook. As you will know from the timetables already issued, you will be returning to campus for studio contact. Second and third years will be in on Tuesdays and Fridays. Fourth years will be in on Wednesdays, and the first years will be in on Mondays and Thursdays. You can come in as early as you wish, but I would ask you all to be in studio before classes commence at 10 o'clock. Studio will run from 10 to 5, but you will be able to stay on until 9 in the evening if you wish to continue working on your projects. You should not attend college on non-contact days, as desk spaces will not be available. We'll see how Semester 1 goes and may increase access to studios in Semester 2 if all goes to plan. Second years will be in Studio 9, while third and fourth years will be in Studio 6. First year is larger than can be accommodated in one room, so we are splitting that class between Studio 6 and 9. All students will have their own desk and chair, which itself will achieve a degree of social distancing. The 2-metre social distance rule no longer applies, but we would ask you all to remain cautious and avoid close contact. We will have a ventilation break in the middle of each 3-hour studio session, during which windows will be open to freshen the room. In terms of studio safety, all staff and students are required to wear a mask when in the building, including in studio, unless there is a medical reason for not doing so. We must all continue to be vigilant with hand hygiene, and all studios will be provided with hand sanitizers and wipes as last year. Lectures and BIM classes will continue to be delivered online for semester 1. We will engage with the students over the coming weeks to get feedback on what elements of the programme you might wish to see continue online beyond COVID. In terms of ICT provision in studios, there are 24 networked PCs in each studio. We have not yet reinstalled keyboards and mice, so you should bring your own if you want to use a college PC. The keyboards will be reinstated later in the semester. Most of these network PCs are quite old now, and it would be best if you get used to using your laptop in studio. This will require systematic use of the Wi-Fi system. We will be working with each class to ensure that you are all logging on correctly to the Wi-Fi. The Linen Hall Wi-Fi provision is the same as all other campus locations in TU Dublin, including Grange Corman. The one difference is Linen Hall is that we have had to provide multiple access points, or APs, due to the geometry of what is an old building. To optimize Wi-Fi performance, you should always check that your Wi-Fi connection is through the access point in your studio. This may require that you log off and then log on again, so that you're sure your device is connected to the access point in your studio. You should also be aware that the Wi-Fi system is not capable of downloading huge files. If you try to get Wi-Fi to do more than it is able to do, it will fail. You must also ensure that you are logging on using the correct username and password. If there is any problem with the Wi-Fi, please speak to your year head or alert the IT officers by emailing itsupport.city@tudublin.ie. You can find guidance on the Wi-Fi and the EduRoam CAT tool on the DSA Sharepoint Hub, which I'll refer to later in this presentation. I'd like to remind you all about the TU Dublin website, www.tudublin.ie. This provides access to all IT resources. The current City Campus DIT.ie website will cease in November, and all activity will be through the tudublin.ie website, so it's worth becoming familiar with this if you are not already. Use the For Students section at the top right-hand navigation to access this information. I have ringed this in red. This website is in constant development and will be expanded to include new school microsites in November. I will tell you about that later in the semester. It's a very good website, and you will have pretty much everything you need using the search function, also to the top right. When you go to the For Students section, you will see this web page, which provides links to support services, timetables and student login. When you click on Student Login, you will see this page. This includes links to log in for Tala, Blanchardstown and City Centre. City Centre includes Bolton Street, so click on City Centre. This will take you to this web page, which includes access to all the TU Dublin IT resources available to you. There is a guidance video showing students how to access their TU Dublin Outlook email account. There are also links to Microsoft Office 365 applications. As you will know, TU Dublin uses Microsoft Office 365 on the cloud. This includes all the Microsoft applications such as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, SharePoint, Sway, and many others, most of which you will use in your work on the Architectural Technology programme. This page also links to Brightspace, the TU Dublin Virtual Learning Environment, or VLE. You will all know how to use this from last year. There's also a link providing guidance on using the Eduroam Wi-Fi tool. We will be monitoring the Wi-Fi in Linen Hall with the first year Architectural Technology class to make sure that it's working correctly. You may need to download the Eduroam CAT tool onto your laptop following the guidance on the website. It should be simple enough, but we are here to help if you have any problems. The main thing is to log on correctly. The Student IT Resources section also provides links to timetables which are set up on the Syllabus Plus application. Please use the Excel timetables already issued for the moment, as these will be the most up-to-date versions. You'll find these on the Student Handbook. You can also access the library online. The librarians are very helpful and look to talk to students about what's available. There's also guidance on how to log on to PCs on site and information on accessing the Datapack Printing service, which is available throughout TU Dublin. There are also links to student software, including Autodesk Revit and the Adobe suite, which you can download for free under academic license. I would also draw your attention to an exciting new provision called the Windows Virtual Desktop, or WVD. This was set up just last year and allows students to access core software on the cloud, including Autodesk Revit and Adobe. There is clear guidance on how to access this on the TU Dublin website. Just search Windows Virtual Desktop or WVD and it should come up. You need to remember that if you use the WVD to access software, you must also use the cloud-based OneDrive rather than the OneDrive on your laptop or desktop. Our guidance remains that you should purchase a suitably spec'd laptop suitable for downloading and operating the powerful Autodesk and Adobe software applications. But if you use the cloud-based WVD, you can access software with a basic device. You might wish to use the WVD as an alternative to a new laptop, pending the purchase of a laptop later in the semester. All of this will be teased out with Malachy Matthews and the BIM lecturing team over the coming weeks. As you know, our virtual learning environment is Brightspace. When you open Brightspace, you'll see the modules on which you are enrolled. Please ensure that you are enrolled on all the modules relevant to your semester. These are listed on the module section of the Student Handbook and include direct links to the relevant Brightspace module sites. The links won't work until you have enrolled. If you have any difficulty enrolling, this can be teased out through online classes in week 1, for which I have issued the Bongo links spreadsheet. There are generally 4 Brightspace modules for semester 1, including Technical Design Studio plus Building Technology, Building Performance, BIM, Technical Research or Professional Studies, depending on your year. The module home pages may look a little different to these images, as lecturers will add information as the semester progresses. Each module has a banner image which will help you recognise them. As mentioned, you need to self-enroll on each module and lecturers will tell you about this when they're open. Brightspace includes the virtual classroom, which uses the Bongo web meeting platform. We're very well used to this now, and so we should have no problems with it. You'll also use Brightspace for assignment submissions. Some submissions will be hard copy, but you're asked to submit a digital version for the record. You'll be asked to use a file naming convention so that your work can be easily viewed by lecturers and external examiners. I'll mention this again later in the presentation. Moving along, this is the Dublin School of Architecture, or DSA website. Most of you will be familiar with this. It uses the old dit.ie domain name, and it'll be replaced in November by a new microsite on the TU Dublin website. This process should all be seamless and won't impact on your access to resources. I'm playing a leading role in this web project and I'll make sure it works well for our students. The Study at DSA page is very important as it provides direct access to the DSA Sharepoint Hub, which is in effect an intranet for students. It contains information common to all students in the school, as well as all the student handbooks, which are presented in Microsoft SharePoint format. This is what you see when you click on the SharePoint Hub page. This web page includes direct links to a series of DSA SharePoint websites. The DSA SharePoint Hub itself is a school-level website providing information common to all students. The student handbooks are program-specific and include information on individual programs, including core information for each year. This is all packaged to make it easy for students to access the information they need, including year teams, modules, timetables, and assessments. You should become familiar with this information as it will make your journey through college much easier. There are very few questions that are not answered on these sites. You have the years ahead to get to know them in all their detail, so don't feel overwhelmed at first glance. This is the DSA SharePoint Hub site. It will only be visible to you under your TU Dublin email identity. You won't be able to see this under a personal Gmail type ID. As mentioned, the information in the DSA SharePoint Hub is common to all students. Note the items highlighted in red at the top of the page. This is the principal navigation within the SharePoint Hub and gives access to all the student handbooks, including TU831. This page features Orna Handley, who's the head of school, and Orna will meet each class group in the opening weeks of college. The SharePoint Hub includes summary information on all the staff in the school with links to all the staff profiles. The Hub also includes information on class trips and the processes that need to be followed when students leave the building for site visits and trips abroad. While we're not having a foreign trip this year, we do plan to have a number of site visits which will be organised by Sean McGovern, who is playing a role in industry engagement across the years. The Hub also includes ICT guidance. This includes the recommended laptop performance specification. Maliki Matthews will advise further if any of you are planning to replace your laptop and have specific queries. The Hub also provides direct links to information on the Wi-Fi system and the related EduRoam CAT tool, which you need to download to your laptop to use the TU Dublin Wi-Fi. In fact, EduRoam allows you to use Wi-Fi in most third-level institutions worldwide, so it's a great added extra for students. The Hub also provides information on the Datapack Printing service and how to download the Datapack printer driver to your laptop to enable a full printing service through the Wi-Fi system. And the Hub also provides information on the in-house plotting service, which is run by our resident technical assistant, Paul Moore. This uses the Papercut software and is operated with credit purchased from accounts. There's also guidance on student software, including Autodesk, Revit and Adobe, which you can download onto your laptops or access using the Windows Virtual Desktop. That takes us to the TU831 Architectural Technology Student Handbook, which is the core focus of this presentation. It's a really important point of reference for the coming year. The TU831 Student Handbook is a required piece of information under our quality assurance regulations. It is required to contain certain specific information. We have packaged this in website format using Microsoft SharePoint. This allows us to embed other applications such as Excel spreadsheets and YouTube videos. It's a live document and can be amended to address student needs. Please let us know if you think it is missing something, or indeed if you think information included is poorly presented or overly complex. On your screen is the TU831 Handbook homepage. As you can see, it includes a photograph of me as Programme Chair. I'm a 1983 graduate of the programme. I'm also a registered architect, having gone back to college to study architecture. It also includes photos of the year heads or technical design studio module coordinators, to use QA language. The first year head is Kirk McCormick. Kirk is a 2004 graduate of the programme and also a registered architect. The second year head is Dr. Malachy Matthews, our resident BIM guru and graduate architectural technologist of nearly 40 years standing, having graduated in 1982. You'll all know Malachy well at this point. The third year head is Jim Roach. Jim is a registered architect. He's not a graduate of the programme, but we don't hold that against him. He knows his technical stuff and is our honorary technologist. The fourth year head is David Knight. David is also a graduate of the programme, having qualified in 1988. So we have a great leadership team who bring a wealth of knowledge and experience to the student population. In terms of website navigation, when you click on any of these photographs, you'll be taken to the section of the website relevant to that person. So second years should click on Malachy, third years on Jim, and fourth years on Dave. As with the TU Dublin website, the Sharepoint sites are designed to be viewed on both monitor and mobile device. The mobile interface includes swipe and scroll, which makes the navigation very easy. The home page also contains features such as a rolling news section, a map showing Linen Hall, and our architectural technology Microsoft Yammer, which I use for general program communication. You'll be added to the Yammer community in the next week or two. You can make comments and ask questions on Yammer if you wish. We encourage students to be active in how they use these tools. They are cutting-edge technology and we use them as an integral part of our programme. That said, there's nothing like face-to-face conversations around the desk in studio, and it'll be great to be back on campus and to see you all. This is the programme page of the student handbook. It has various web pages which contain information about the programme, including programme description, structure, regulations, and information on things like classification and progression. You'll get to know this programme section of the handbook over time. Much of it is not immediately relevant, and you'll be referred to each page as needs be. This is the programme description web page. The diagram indicates how the 4-year programme allows for entry into first year, a possible exit from year 3 with a level 7 Bachelor of Technology award, and a possible postgraduate qualification in professional practice. Within this, the level 8 programme is set within a broader professional context, including a possible professional qualification following a period in practice. The level 8 BSc Hons programme is set to achieve what we call graduate learning outcomes, with higher level related professional outcomes achieved following a period of professional practice experience. The professional practice programme has been validated but requires an established market demand to justify commencement. This is all work in progress, but the architectural technology team remain focused on developing opportunities for our graduates. In terms of postgraduate opportunities, graduates of the BSc Hons programme regularly progress to the TU Dublin MSc in Applied BIM and the MSc in Building Performance in Energy Efficiency Design. Both of these programmes were developed within the School of Architecture to provide progression opportunities for architectural technology graduates. This initiative has been a great success, and we're delighted to see our graduates now emerging with postgraduate qualifications in areas of architectural technology specialism. And there are other postgraduate opportunities for our level 8 graduates, including master's programmes in areas such as project management, fire safety and environmental design. And there's also the possibility of progressing to PhD level through research. Looking at all this, I can safely say that the future has never been brighter for the architectural technologist. This is the programme structure webpage. It includes an Excel spreadsheet which shows the structure of the programme and where each module sits within each of the 8 semesters and 4 years. You can open the Excel spreadsheet from within the web page. The upper table shows the modules in each of the 8 semesters and 4 years of the programme. This includes the professional practice placement in year 3 and the final thesis in year 4. The lower table shows the modules in year 1. As you can see, first year Technical Design Studio is a year-long module. This is supported in semester 1 by History of Architectural Tectonics, Building Performance and Building Information Modelling. In semester 2, TDS is supported by Building Technology, Structures for Architecture and Building Information Modelling. You can have a look at the structure for your year by opening this page. Technical Design Studio accounts for 15 ECTS each semester, while each of the other modules are 5 ECTS. 1 ECTS, or European Credit Transfer System credit, amounts to 20 learning hours. 5 ECTS equals 100 learning hours, while 30 ECTS equals 600 learning hours. What all this means in simple terms is that you must commit to 40 learning hours per week over 2 15-week semesters. Another very important web page under the Program section of the Student Handbook is the Eportfolio. This web page provides guidance on the end-of-year Eportfolio submission and the required file naming convention. I would urge you to use the file naming system from the outset. This will make life much easier at the end of the year when you have to submit all your work digitally. You all went through this last year, so I guess you'll have no problem with it now. The most important section of the handbook for students is the section relating to your year. For example, the Year 1 section introduces Yearhead Kirk McCormick. The navigation on the blue panel on the right-hand side of the monitor or at the bottom of the page on a mobile device includes direct links to year team, modules, timetables and assessments. These are the key sections of the handbook website for each class. Keep focused on these and other stuff will fall into place. I will now go through year team, modules, timetables and assessments. Year team includes details on each year teaching team. Each of the lecturer names is hyperlinked to the relevant staff profile on the Dublin School of Architecture website. You can read about each of your lecturers, their background and what they bring to their lecturing role. This is the section called Modules. Your main Semester 1 module is Technical Design Studio. This is delivered in parallel with the 3 theory modules. Technical Design Studio requires attendance in college. The other modules will be delivered online through Bongo Virtual Classroom, accessed through Brightspace. You will see that each module is linked to its Brightspace Modules site. You need to have enrolled on the relevant Brightspace module for this link to work. This web page also includes PDF copies of the module descriptor for each module. Your module lecturer will take you through the module descriptor as part of the first lecture. These module descriptors include a description, learning outcomes, syllabus content, assessments and reading lists. You should make time to read these important documents. They're at the heart of our programme and in effect set out our learning contract with you. This section of the handbook is called Timetables. You can access your timetable on Syllabus Plus, but we have provided an Excel version here for the time being. You can click on the Excel sheet to open it on your screen or use the scroll bars. This section of the handbook is called Assessments. This includes an Excel spreadsheet listing all assessments in all modules for Semester 1. The Semester 2 assessment schedule will be added in January. As with the timetable, you can open the Excel assessment schedule or use the scroll bar to view the spreadsheet on the web page. The assessment schedule confirms all of your projects and assignments for Semester 1. As mentioned, Semester 2 will be added in January. The issue date for all assessments is in red, the submission date is in blue. The percentage weighting of each assessment is also listed. Assessments are generally project-based and the only Semester 1 written exam is in building performance. Care has been taken to coordinate assessment submission dates to help manage your workload. You should take time to study this schedule so that you can have a clear understanding of what lies ahead. The Discipline section of the handbook provides further relevant information. The History section explains the origins of the programme, starting with the Technician Certificate in Architecture in 1963, followed by the Technician Diploma in 1974. This was followed by the Diploma in Architectural Technology in 1985 and the Ordinary Degree in Architectural Technology in 2005. The Honours degree was established in 2009 and was most recently reviewed in 2019. Graduates of the programme are highly respected and sought after in industry. This section confirms the post-nominal letters for these programmes, or letters after your name to use plain English. The discipline section of the handbook provides information on architectural technology organisations. These include the Irish Architectural Technology Graduate Network and the Irish Architectural Technology Educators Forum. There's also the European International Congress on Architectural Technology, or ICAT, of which TU Dublin is a founding member and which is currently led by Malachy Matthews. There's also information on our professional accrediting bodies. The TU Dublin BSc Hons in Architectural Technology programme is professionally accredited by the Chartered Institute of Architectural Technologists, who are playing a leading role in seeking statutory recognition for the profession in Ireland. The programme is also accredited by the Royal Institute of the Architects of Ireland, which has a technologist grade membership. The discipline section of the handbook also provides information on the QQI National Standard for Architectural Technology Education, which was established in 2016 as the basis for regulation and registration of the architectural technology profession. TU Dublin were part of the QQI expert group responsible for the development of this standard and have played a leading role in this over many years. This is a forward-looking document and provides the basis for the 21st century architectural technologist. Hopefully, you will benefit from all this work when you graduate in 4 years' time. Going back to the DSA website, you can view samples of student work for each year of the programme. I would encourage you to spend time looking at this so that you might see the expected standard. The work on display is of a high standard, but it is achievable if you are motivated and focused. And have a look at the alumni section, which includes lots of graduate profiles which give a sense for the career opportunities which lie ahead. You may know that the school has an active Instagram account. You might wish to follow us on Dublin_school_of_architecture. And we also have a Twitter account which is embedded on the DSA website. You might wish to follow us on @DSA_TU Dublin. So that's the end of this presentation. I hope you found it useful. Please access the student handbook through the DSA website and check out the details for your year. And we'll see you all in Linen Hall next week. Goodbye now.